Oh yes, guys. Prison stealth camping. Right. So welcome back to the Blot Outdoor Show, Mandingos, and thank you for joining me on another Sunday night serious stealth camping adventure. Today I'm back up in Northumberland, and that there you can see behind me is HMP Northumberland. It's a Category C prison, and this Mandingo is looking to do a stealth camp in some bushes right next to it. At the minute I'm parked up in this car park. It's the visitors car park. It's empty, but I don't think I'm going to be able to leave my car here overnight. There's bound to be cameras up, so what I'm going to have to do is drive back out, go back along the road the way I came. I noticed like round the corner there was a bus stop, so I'm just going to leave the Blockmobile there overnight, and then next time you'll see me, yep, I'll have me Baghdad on my old Baccaroni, and we will be trying to get into the bushes without getting busted blood vesseled to do a stealth camp next to a prison. Right, I'll bring you back in a few seconds. However, so here we are then, folks. I've just parked up along the road and round the corner from HMP Northumberland. You can see where it's all lit up there. You can see the prison fence. Now I haven't got my bag on yet. Obviously it's going to be heavily cameraed around the prison, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to go in the bushes first, have a good look and find a good spot to pitch my tent up. Once I've found a good spot and I've checked out, you know, I'm not next to any cameras, we'll go back, quickly put my bag down on my old Baccaroni, and then we'll get into the camping spot. Right, come on then, let's go, Mandingos. Yes guys, I found a lovely little spot in the trees, nice soft ground, absolutely perfect. I'm on no Mandingos, as they say, in the deepest forest of the Congo. Tremendous. I've got about a 2-minute walk back to the Blockmobile, get the bag on and back into the bush, the old Cade bush. Lice. Come on then, my Fandingos. Let's make our way back to my cool little camping spot right next to HMP Northumberland. I'm pretty sure where I'm going to be camping in the trees, there's going to be no cameras can see me there, but walking back in's the problem. Obviously, you know, you're not supposed to be camping right outside a prison. I could be up to anything as far as them are concerned. I could be trying to chuck things over. I could be doing a number of things that I'm not supposed to be doing. But all this Mandingo wants to do is get smash burgered on a nice little camping trip. Here we go. Shit, what's bloody birds flying out the trees. Just keep this camera rolling, guys, so you can see what I can see, as they say, in the southeastern region of Mongolia. Just gotta hope there's no one walking around patrolling, because that's it, guys. Once I'm spotted, I'll have been rumble or cupped and busted blood vesseled at exactly the same time. And then that's camp over. I mean, this is probably not even prison land that I'm on, but they're still not going to want us here. Looks proper dodgy, doesn't it? a mandingo with a big rucksack on, camping right next to the prison. Which way did I go? Said there's some woods not down here, folks. Quick look behind. Yeah, that's bound to be heavily CCTV'd all the way around. So they could already be watching us. It could be one of the prison officers who watch the channel saying, "There's the mandingo going camping. What's he doing? What's he doing hiding? He can camp in the bushes, we're not bothered." Well, I don't know that, do I? I don't know that. So obviously I've got to play cool. The old cool and the gangbang. Right. I chucked something down on the ground so I knew where to turn. There we go. Come on, folks. Let's get in here. Which way was it? Look at this. It's absolutely perfect mandingos, as they say in the mountain villages of Patagonia. Right, I need to get this torch off, and I need to get me bagged out of my old backaroony. Backaroony. Why, I'm some lyrical genius. First, before I put the tent up, I think I'm going to have a candingo. Oh yes, that's the plantingo mandingos. Rice cakes. Right, folks, that's me all set up. I'm on my second candingo now of Via Roma Premium Lager, 4.2 placenta, I think it is. It's quite nice. First time I've had this. Yep, nice Italian lager. While we're talking about the Italians, guys, I'll show you this. I've got this Italian Rioja for later on. 2 candingos left. Fuzzy world famous whiskey review. I've got this Cotswolds single malt English whiskey that was kind of given to me from a legend by the name of Nick Ball. Nick's got his own YouTube channel called That's Him with the Daft Hat. Check it out, guys. You can't go wrong dingo mandingos, as they say in the southeastern region of Mongolia. Yeah, I've reviewed that before, but I think it was like well over a year ago, so I'm quite happy to review it again. And you can go back and find the old video and see if I'm talking absolute crock of shite. I probably am. I've also got some more whiskies in there for a nice little few shot dingoes. Right, let's have a look inside. Got the old foil mat goss down on the bottom. Berghaus sleeping pad, 4-season OEX sleeping bag. I've got my trespass pillow biter there. Heated gloves if I need them. It's not too cold at the minute. Warm hat, down trousers and down slippers in there. Baghdad's there. In the top of there we've got the glove of self-love. Pardunsky, my power bank, charging wires, all that carry on. Shh, what's that? Matron. Right. Scrandingo for tonight's camp. Mandingos. All I've got is 2 tins of Baxter's Highlanders beef broth. The old beef broth dingo. And I've got 2 slices of bread and butter. Bread and bootar. The old bootar saints. Bootar saints. Bootar saints. God, shut up, mandingo. Yeah, 2 reasons why I've just brought a simple meal out tonight. One is, back in the day, years and years ago, when the prisoners used to get dressed like this. In fact, I ordered this off Amazon, and I think it's the worst prison costume you could ever get. I just look like a big fat zebra. But it'll have to do. Can you imagine if the police came along now, or someone come along and I got arrested? I got tucked inside with this on. Oh my goodness. Yeah, back in the day, you know, when the prisoners were wearing something probably not quite as bad as this, they'll have just been getting slop, won't they? Or a bit soup with bread if they're lucky. So I've got soup and bread tonight. That's like a category C prison, so they're probably getting a nice meal in there. They're probably sitting with Sky TV on, playing on PlayStations, if you legends know what I'm talking about. But yeah, easy meal tonight. Oh, I said 2 reasons, didn't I? The other reason is, me and my son were at the Sunderland match today. Sunderland 2, Watford 2. We were absolutely shite, and that's the last I'm going to talk about that. On the way over to the match, my son wanted some chips from a burger van. So I got a £quarter-pounder burger, and then at half time my son wanted a hot dog, so I got a hot dog. So when I came out today I wasn't too hungry, so I thought, yeah, a couple of tins of sloop with some bread and boutar sains. It'll do. We've got some biltong, the old Bill Cosby. We've got some beef jerky. Oh yes. I've got one of these Grey's cherry Bakewell Otis Redding cakes. Fruit gums, some different packs of fruits and nuts. I've had them out on a recent camp, I didn't eat them. Twix, Parma Violets. Yep, it's happy dingle burgers, as they say, in the Dudoinski. There you go, guys, I've showed you my setup. Oh, I'm going to finish my second can dingo off, and I'll bring you back in a Winnie Mandela. Ricicles. Yes, guys, wasky time. A few shutteroonies in there, a few little chest warmers. Time for a little chest warmer. Yes, where was I sitting? I did bring me seat, you know, but I didn't even set my seat up. The ground's all nice and dry, and all this, it's nice and soft and comfortable. So I've just put, you know, that, which is off my seat, down there. Oh, there we go, my Mandy Dingles. Oh, jeez, guys, it was quite mild when I got here, considering the time of year, you know, beginning of February, but it has got cold. Yeah, the temperature's dropped. Me flingers are getting stone cold Steve Austin. Luckily I've got the old heated glove dingoes in there, and that will certainly warm the old chesticles up. You better believe it will, guys. Cheese my money dingles. I'm not even sure what kind of whiskey it is. I think when I done a stealth camp a few weeks ago, I only brought half a bottle out, and I poured half of it into there, put it in the fridge. So it's doing the job, dingo, for tonight's stealth camp, man dingoes. Look at the state of me, sitting here. Oh my God, I look a right clip. Anyway, why not talk some shite and answer a little question? I have had this question asked. I've had this question asked like months and months ago, maybe even a year ago, and I didn't answer it because I thought that's a strange question to ask us, but it always stuck in my head, so it's time to answer it now. And if you're the legend that asked me this question, yeah, here we go. I'm finally answering your question a good year later. And the question is, Mandingo, have you ever been in trouble with the law? I fought the law and the law won. I fought the law and the law won. Have you ever done time, Mandingo? Have you ever been in prison? No, I've never been in prison. I've never done time. I've always been a good lad. Well, I've never been caught, if you know what I'm talking about. I've always just been a little bit of a cheeky chappy. Do you know what I mean? I've been brought up well. Only child. Fantastic mum and dad. Very lucky. My mum and dad were hard workers. My dad owned a paper shop or a news agent, whatever you want to call it. My mum always worked full time. And hi, if you're watching mum and dad, I love yous. They're probably watching thinking, oh son, bloody hell. No, I'm sure they're quite happy with what I'm doing now. I know I talk a load of shite and I do get a little bit drunk now and again, but apart from that, I'm just a boring family man that likes to spend time with me son and me wife and me grandkids and me stepdaughters and walk the dogs. That's about as exciting as my life gets, guys. But getting back on with the question and the answer, God, here we go. I've had a few whiskies, so I'm talking shite. I think my only scrape with the law is, I remember, we're going to talk some shite now, guys, so get yourself a drink. You know the score on the Blood Outdoor Show. I think it was the year 2000. It was the last ever game for England at Wembley Stadium. You know, before it got bulldozed, before it got demolished. And then they started to build a new Wembley Stadium. And I'm sure England were playing Germany, was it, in the last game? And I think we got beat as well. Kevin Cleggan was manager. I'd love it if we beat them. I'd love it. I'd love it if we beat them. Good old Kevin Cleggan. It was a full house. It was all ticket sellout, and we didn't have tickets, but we went down hoping to get some, but we didn't. So we were just drinking in loads of different pubs around London. I remember we left one pub because I wasn't a big drinker, you know. I know you think you see me in camping and have a drink, having a good drink when I come out camping. You think the man Dingo, he's a right plonker. No, I've never been a really big drinker. And I remember we left one pub and the lads were saying, come on, time to go to the next pub. You know, like when you're on a bar crawl. And I still had like half a bottle of beer left, Budweiser probably. So I just picked my bottle up and we were walking down and we were coming across this pub called the Green Man, I think it's called. If my mind serves me right, if my mind serves me bang to rights. Bang to rights. But there was a bit of football violence going on outside. Nothing to do with us. We just got there at the wrong time dingo mandingos, as they say in the Dudoinski. And I remember just walking past and there was bottles and rocks and stones and everything flying all over. And a glass or something smashed right in front of us. And I don't know what it was just the reaction. I just threw my bottle. Why I did that, I don't know. I think I was just, a glass smashed in front of us. I had my bottle and I just chucked it without even thinking in the direction Madford, that the glass smashed in front of me came from. Well, within a second there must have been like undercover cops, you know, like plainclothes cops. He had me arm at my back, handcuffs on, in the back of a van, off-skis, Jalofskis, to the local police station. Police station. I was in a state of shock. I couldn't believe it. You know, you go off for a few drinks with your mates, hopefully to get a ticket for the England match. Didn't even get a ticket. We got beat off Germany, and now I've been arrested. Yes, I shouldn't have threw the bottle, but I hadn't really done anything wrong. It was just a bad reaction, a moment of madness. Anyway, me and this other lad, I think he was a Sunderland fan as well, but he wasn't a friend of mine. He was with another group. We got took off to some police station. Sorry guys if I'm boring you, but that's just the way it goes. I'm going to talk some shite. That is the way it goes on the Blot Outdoor Show. If you're new to the channel, guys, you've got to get used to it. All you legends that tune every week, you know the score. So put in the cell. Felt like hours and hours and hours, but I think it was only about 11 o'clock at night. There was a big power cut in the area of London that we were in. And then we got chucked in the back of another police van and took to another police station. I don't know if that was to do with the power cut. They didn't tell us. I don't know why. But we got took to another police station. Young lad, 23-year-old, never been in trouble before. I'm telling you guys, I definitely had skidder-madidders on me undie-bedundies. When I got home, my poor mum, and I've had to wash my underpanty girdles. They'll have been like a Japanese flag. That's guaranteed, guys. Anyway, we got to this other police station, gets in. I got my head down, trying to get some sleep, but then it got to like 2, 3 o'clock in the morning. And then all the local lunatics were getting arrested, and they were banging on the door and effing and blinding, and I cannot repeat the things they were saying, because I'll get Antonio Bandingo'd off YouTube, if you know what I'm talking about. Even the lad from Sunderland who I was with, he was shouting and bawling, he was threatening the police and this, that and the other. And I think he got caught as well with a big cannabis. The old sweet Mary Jane Doe in his pocket, in his old skyrocket. Anyway, next morning, early hours, I get called through. And this is like Sunday morning. The morning of Sunday. And then the copper said, right, blah, blah, you can leave, but you've got to be back on Monday morning, 24 hours later. And I've got to go to Highbury Court. I've got to appear in Highbury Court to possibly be sentenced. I was like, what? Wait, it's Sunday morning now. How am I going to get back home to Sunderland? I had no money. I had a little bit change that they took off us and they give us back. My ticket for the train had gone. No mobile phone. I said, how am I going to get home? And how am I going to get back in 24 hours to get to court at Highbury? So the copper, one copper, he was really nice. All the rest were knobheads. And he said, listen, you can just go back to the cell if you want for 24 hours. And then in the morning, we'll take you to Highbury Court. I said, I just do that. It wasn't ideal. I didn't want to be stuck in a cell all day. But that was the only thing I could think of that would make sense. Make total sense. Right. So back in the cell. Anyway, fast forward 24 hours. Chucked in the back of a van the next morning. Proper like prison van type thing. When you're sitting like a single booth. Took to Highbury Court. Me and the other lad from Sunderland, who I don't even know who he is now. We sat in the dock together. Is that what it's called? The dock? I'm not fully I'm not fully knowledgeable and all this stuff. We were sat in the dock together. He got called up first. Judge slavering on some woman, proper nasty bastard she was. Banged him up for 3 months. 3 months, just for having a little bit of a fight outside a pub in London after the England game. But he was giving the cops loads of jip with his mouth, and he did get caught with some cannabis in his pocket. Then I got called up, and I'm thinking, Jesus, he's got 3 months. I haven't done what he's done. I haven't had any drugs on us or anything like that. Whiskey's my drug, guys. Always has been, always will be. But I thought, I'm still going to get banged up for like a month. Anyway, the judge said, we're going to let you go bound over for 2 years. Is that what it's called? 2-year bound over. Bend over. Error matron, 2-year bend over. Alright, 2-year bound over. I had to pay court fines or fees, whatever it's called. And then I was let go. I've never been so happy to be let loose on the streets of London. Like I say, it was Highbury Court, and I was a massive... I'm a big Sunderland fan now, but I was a massive Sunderland fanatic at the time. I used to follow sunning all over. I think I've been to nearly every stadium in the Premier League and the Championship and that. So once I got my bearings, I kind of figured out where I was. Highbury, yeah, it's not far from Arsenal's football ground. And I got in touch with my mum and dad because I had enough money to phone, public phone blocks. They got a ticket for us from King's Cross up to Durham station. And there you go, guys. I'm a right villain, aren't I? Why am some Charles Bronson? Why am the spit of the Crea twins? There you go, guys. That's my criminal past. Getting caught in a situation, mad for it. Getting locked up for a couple of nights and getting let off and getting bound over. Oh, bound over for 2 years. Rice. Rights. Nice. Yes, guys, just been to stretch the old leg dingoes. You can see it over there. Is the prison walls. I wouldn't like to be in there tonight. I'm a very lucky man. Out camping. And it's a weird feeling, you know, camping next to a prison. You've got your freedom, and just over that fence, people haven't. Now I know people will say, well, that's their own fault. They're in there. Yes, you're probably right. But it's still a weird feeling when you've got your freedom and you're here in your tent having a few beers and people are incarcerated in there. Is that the right word? I mean, this isn't the first time I've done a prison camp. I've actually camped next to Franklin Prison, which is a Cat A prison for some serious naughty boys. I don't even know what people are in there for. What is it for? Burglaries, drugs, sex offences. I haven't got a clue, guys. Come on, let's jump in Zivango and talk some shite. Aye. Yeah. I know people won't have any sympathy for people in there, but I don't know. When you're here and when you're on the outside and you're thinking them poor bastards are in there, they might have burgled people's houses, they might have sold drugs, but as a human being, as a nice guy, you still sit here and you think, that must be awful. They're probably in a nicer place than where I am now. I'm in a tent here, it's freezing cold, I've only got soup, them's probably got a nice meal, like I say. They're sitting, probably watching Sky TV. They've probably got a comfortable bed than me. I'm on this thin Burghouse sleeping pad. Let me get a drink, guys. There we go. Right. We're just going to talk some shite now, as usual, folks. But I'm not wanting to judge, guys. I am certainly not wanting to judge. I'm not perfect, and I am never going to claim to be perfect. I've made mistakes in the past, I should say. And as a human being, as a man, I'm pretty certain I'll make mistakes in the future. Anyone watching this now, you guys know exactly what I'm talking about. No one is perfect, if you know what I'm talking about. We all make mistakes as human beings. And what I find is, yes, we all make mistakes. It's how you come back. Sorry, guys. It's how you come back from that. We can all make mistakes. But if you keep doing the same mistakes, even though you know you've done wrong dingo, then you're a wanker. You know, then you're a total wally. You learn from your mistakes. Even if you've done some of the worst things possible. I'm not talking about being a nonce or anything like that. If you're a nonce, as far as I'm concerned, there you go. That should be the end of your days. You better believe it. But if you've done, like, you know, silly things in life, and you look back and you think, oh, I shouldn't have done this, I shouldn't have done that, I feel ashamed. Yeah, don't be. Instead of feeling ashamed and beating yourself up and weighing yourself down with your problems and your faults that you've had in the past, nah, move on from that. Find something to do. Be a good person. Get a job. Settle down. Have a family. Raise your kids up to do things in the right way. Why, I'm some inspirational figure, but you know exactly what I'm talking about. If you're looking for like something to do that's good for the mind, do this. What I do, you know, I'm not special. I've got a face a dog wouldn't lick. I've got a big fat hairy spotty arse. I've got skin in my didders on my undie bedundies. I've certainly made mistakes in life. I'm not going to bore you with them. Do you know what I mean? We're all just human beings that we fail now and again, don't we? And we have to pick ourselves up and get on with it. And I'm probably born the living daylights out here, but I'm by myself and I've got no one else to talk to. So while I'm having a beer, while I'm having a good old Jeff beer, I'm going to talk some shite. Yeah. So I ain't going to judge anyone that's behind them walls. Not that I'm some inspirational figure, but if anyone does take some inspiration for us, inspiration, all I can say is, just move on. Forget what you've done in the past and make a life for yourself. Do something good. Go and get yourself a job, even if it's a shit job, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter if you're stacking shelves in Asda, or you're a taxi driver, or you're working in a factory like where I've done all my life, or cleaning skid marks off toilets. If you're working, you've got pride in yourself. You don't need much money to do what I'm doing now. Buy a cheap tent, cheap sleeping bag and mattress, tin of soup, and get out in the great outdoors and just live life to the max and paddy. And what the hell am I talking about? I haven't got a clue. I'm just waffling an absolute crock of shite. But I think you legends know even though I talk a lot of shite and I make no sense, sometimes I make total sense. Do you know what I mean there? Hey, there you go. However, let's get a wasky and I'll bring you black in a winnet. Trice. folks, let's get back to Camp Mandingo. Oh yeah! How'd you like me sexy pants, me jacket, and me hat? Right guys, time for a drink. What should we have? My last candingo of the night. Yes, you know it makes sense. My Mandy Dingles. Oh yes. Apologies guys. Well, I'm not really apologising, but what I'm trying to say is I haven't been able to make too much noise on this camp. I hope you understand. I'm right next to a prison, and when I haven't been recording, 2 times there's been someone walking round, yeah, the perimeter of the prison. Luckily for this Mandingo, I didn't have the old torture-rooney on. I've just been sitting, chilling. You know, I make a video, you know. My videos are an hour long, but I'm here for hours and hours and hours. So there's like 90% of the time when I'm sitting chilling, I'm not recording, so you don't get to see the majority of what's going on, if you know what I'm talking about. But it's one of them camps where it's fantastic, it's great, it's a great location. It's all a good laugh in the zebra costume or the prison uniform as it's supposed to be. But I really have got to be stealthy. The video is called Stealth Camping. Sometimes I have got to tone it down a little bit, and I've got to be stealthy. There's no point in me having this torch blasting all over the place, going right up next to the prison and flashing me torch all over in front of the CCTV cameras, making loads of racket. I'm some Boris Becker, if you know what I'm talking about. What's the point of going on ridiculous and trying to be too exciting and getting caught, getting busted blood vesseled and moved on, I mean. I've got to play it cool and the gang bang dingo, as they say, in the back streets of Playboy TV, if you know what I'm talking about. So I think you know exactly what I'm talking about, guys. I didn't even know what I'm talking about. Right, so we have still got to cook me food, which is nothing too exciting, but I've still got 2 nice candingos or tindingos, tingleberries of Highlanders beef broth, with some bread and bootar, the old bootar saints. Wasky with you, Cotswolds, English wasky. Oh yes. We've got more snacks and sweets and Otis Redding cakes. Basically, guys, it's happy dingleberries, as they say, in the back streets of Dusseldorf building sites. You know, it makes sense. Tricycles. You can see the prison lights through there, folks. But there's snout I can do about that. But what I can do is enjoy a few Cotswold Waskies. You better believe it. Ricicles.
It's one good thing I've got, guys. Good teeth. They might not be white, but they're not turkey teeth. The real teeth. I've got all me teeth. None of me teeth have fell out yet. No fillings or anything like that. I don't know how I've got good teeth. It's a family thing. My dad's 76 and he's got all his own teeth. My mum's got really good teeth as well. I think she's got a couple of falsies. She blames that on when she was pregnant with me. And she says pregnancy ruined me teeth. I think she's got a couple of falsies, but bar that, all her real teeth. My dad's got all his real teeth. And although my teeth are not white, they're real. Here comes the man with the plan. Can he make a difference? Well, I think he can. I've got beautiful teeth. Oh yes, Mandy Dingles. Right.
Good morning, guys. 9:40. I have slept like a baby's arm, and I do apologise for falling asleep last night. I must have been absolutely shattered. To tell you the truth, what really happened was my camera was down to 5%, and I needed to get it on charge. So I plugged my power bank into it, the old power bank Rooney, and I was just lying here in my tent, just chilling out. And I must have just fell asleep, yeah. I was just relaxing, having a few little shots of whiskey, waiting for my camera to charge it a bit, and I just totally crashed out. And that's just the way it goes, guys. That's just the way it goes. But what we'll do now is, we're naughty and rush. Normally on a morning of me stealth camps, I normally just get up, say good morning, get packed away, and then that's it. We'll just take our time now. We'll do a little cheeky whiskey review, just a tiny little bit. That's all I need. So we will still do a whiskey review, and I'm quite hungry, yeah, because I didn't have me sloop last night. So we'll have some soup with bread and boutartiens for breakfast. Then we'll maybe go around the woods, and we'll have a walk around the prison a little bit more. I'm not going to gear. Hiya, you all right? I'm not going to go. I'm not going to gear. Apologies to my gay viewers. I didn't mean to offend anyone. I'm not going to go. That's what I'm trying to say. I'm not going to go all the way around the prison and get busted blood vesseled. Definitely with this costume on. But we'll have a little mooch. We'll have a little Linden gooch. So yeah, I'm going to get a quick slash Gordon. And when I bring you back, we will do the world famous whiskey review. Right, just a little one. Oh yes, guys, you know what time it is? It's time for a breakfast time world famous whiskey review. And this is what I've got this week. Cotswolds English single malt whiskey, kindly sent to me from a legend by the name of Nick Ball. Cheers, Nick, my man friend. It is very much appreciated. He goes on YouTube channel. That's him with the daft hat. Check it out. It's free. Give him a subscription. You know it makes sense. Let's get this popped in the old famous Cub Dingo, my Mandy Dingles. Like I say, just a little bit. There you go. And I'm in no rush, guys.
I won't be going home for another couple of hours, so I'm just going to take my time. I think there might be a little farm shop as well somewhere round the side of the prison, so after I finish recording I'll probably pop round there and get myself a nice black cock. Sorry guys, I mean a nice black coffee, just to freshen myself up. Anyway, let's get the old bakeroony in it. A few little spices, but it's not blowing me cap off. Fresh and fruity at exactly the same time. Lemon, orangey, but more like a orange peel, like orange zest. Yeah, that's a good start. That's enough of the sniffing. Let's get on with the tasting in a full-size bottle of this, because obviously you can see that's just a small one. A full-size bottle will set you back about £45, 45, £50, depends where you get it from, depends if you get it in the sale. Here we go. Yeah, like I said, in the smell, there's a few spices there, but just a little bit, just a nice little tingle on the old tongue dingo, but that's nice and fresh and crisp and fruity. And it's nice and creamy as well, it's not watery. It's just lovely, sliding down the old throat dingo, very nice. And it's got like orangey taste. I said like an orangey zest, like orange peel. It has got like a nice sharp, crisp, fresh orange taste about it. Some vanilla coming through there. Something else as well. Let's have another taste. You can see there's a little bit left in there, guys, but not much, just enough for this review, with it being breakfast time. Yeah, like a marzipan, like a nice marzipan flavouroonie coming through. Look at the state of me sitting there with this on. Breakfast time wasky review with the worst ever prison uniform on you could ever see. When I ordered it, you know, off Amazon, it had a number across there, like 4 numbers, and when it came, it hasn't got it. That's what you get for £13. 13 pun dinkies. Yeah, back on with this. The Cotswolds. Once again, a massive thank you to Nick Ball. That was very nice. I really enjoyed that. I would like to drink a bit more, but obviously I can't. That was just enough for the breakfast time, the wasky review. I'm going to give that a solid, straight as a die, 9 out of 10 dingo mandingos. Ho ho! Yes! You better believe I am, my fan sexualities. There you go, guys. That is the end of this week's world famous wasky review. You know what I'm talking about. This is serious stealth camping. Right. Oh yes, folks. Breakfast time. Sloop for breakfast. Highlanders broth. Oh. I think my gas tin's nearly empty there. It was struggling to heat up towards the end. I think it was running on dregs. The old dregs of society. But that's nice and hot. Oh, just what you need. First thing in the morning. A nice hot meal. Let's get some bread and bootar. The old bootar saints. Bootar saints. Bootar saints. Bootar saints. If anyone comes around near now and says me, you know, just some dog walker, they'll probably get on the phone straight away. There's an escaped convict eating soup with bread and bootar saints. Oh, my bread's ripping. Me bread is ripping. Look at that. What a bugger. Bootar saints. People will say to you, you know, Mandingo, where do you get all these stupid things from? How do you make them up? I don't make them all up, you know, it's not just me. My good friend, Cowboy Chris, or Old Chris, you know, he's got his own YouTube channel, Bonnie Lad Adventures. He made that up, bootar saints. I remember him saying it before at work. We were getting fish and chips and he brought some bread and butter in. And he said bread and bootar saints. It just stuck in my head. And a lot of our crack is the same. He sees some of the things in his videos which I see in mine. And people might watch him and think, you've copied that of Blot. But it might be something that he's made up. Do you know what I mean? Worked in the same factory together for years. We're both from the same town. Cut from the same cloth. So we come out with the same shite. Just obviously with my channel, I've had my channel longer, haven't I? So I've got more subscribers, so people think that I'm making all this shit up. I mean, I do make up most of the things I'm saying, but some things I'm saying, it's not from me, it's from different lads I've worked with over the years in different factories, and it just sticks in my mind, and I remember and say things in my videos. I'm just talking shite now. Yeah, so check out his channel, Bonnie Lad Adventures. He's just been to Thailand and Cambodia for 5 weeks. Now he's back. He'd probably be devastated at the minute, coming back and having to go back to work. But I think the next time me and young Chris go out, you know young Chris, Yaka Travels, I think Bonnie Lad Adventures is going to join us. So I'm really looking forward to that, because when the three of us are out, it's a right laugh, off camera, you know, when we're ripping the shit out of each other. It's fantastic, guys. I can't tell you the things we talk about, because I'll get Antonio Bandingo'd off YouTube straight away. But it's all just good, light-hearted humour. Some people might get offended by it. You cannot say that. You cannot say that. Yes, we can. If we do it in private. Freedom of speech and all that. Yeah. While I'm eating this, I might as well answer a little question. Someone asked me, and it's a good question, by the way. What would I do with one of my friends' channels? By that, I think they mean young Chris, Yaka Travels, or older Chris, Bonnie Lad Adventures. What would I do if one of their channels blew up, massive, and got, let's say, twice the size of my channel, well, I think they were meaning, would I be gutted? Would I be jealous? Of course not. A true friend doesn't think like that. Why do you think I shout their channel out all the time? And I'm going to do it again. Check out Yakka Travels. Farmer Giles is shooting. Yakka Travels and Bonnie Adventures. I would love nothing more for my friends' channels to blow up and take off. I never thought I'd have 100 subscribers or 1,000. Never mind 100,000. And I think by June or July, I'm probably going to hit that 100,000 mark. So that's me just absolutely over the moon. I can't believe it. Even now, I still can't believe it. So if one of their channels took off and got, say, 200,000 or 250,000, I'd be absolutely over the moon for them. Of course I would. That's what mates do. That's what true mates do. You don't get jealous if your mate does well. I'm here to help try and make my channels get bigger. And if it made them get even bigger than my channel, happy dingleberries, as they say, in the southeastern region of Mongolia. There you go. I hope that's answered that question. I would love nothing more than to see my friends do really well. And that's why I keep shouting their channels out and telling you guys to subscribe. Okay then, my Mandy Dingles, I'm going to finish this soup off, and I'm going to be honest with you, there's no bullshit here on the Blot Outdoor Show. I think I'm in trouble deep. I think I need a Papa Don't Preach. The old teddy bear's arm sticking out, King Kong's finger. So I'm going to slowly pack the tent away. I think I'm going to find a spot in the woods over there to drop the groceries. Hopefully my finger doesn't go through the paper. Yeah. And when I bring you back, we'll maybe take a walk further around the woods, you know, further along the prison wall. Right. Matron, it's the glove of self-love. The glove of self-love. Right folks, that's me all packed away. Baghdad ready to put on my old Baccaroni. Bin diesel with all my shite. But first of all, let's go for a little mooch. A little Linden Gooch. Further along the prison wall over there. Let's go, guys. It's all fenced off here, like. Looks like they're making a new car park area. See the CCTV there up on the top of every lamppost. Probably looking at me now thinking, who the hell's that in his pyjamas? I've been to the bookies. Right guys, that's about it. That's about all we can see here. That's a dead end along there. There's a fence there. I just thought to have a little mooch along, see if I can see anything interesting. Come on then, let's go and get me bag and let's get back home. Dice. There we go then guys, that's it. It's time to make like a tree and split, get out of Dodge City and get back to the Blockmobile. I've got all my litter there in the bin diesel, my rubbish, my rhubarb, the old rhubarb and crumble. It's been fantastic guys.
I've absolutely loved this stealth camp. Apologies for falling asleep last night. That's just the way it goes when you're chilling out. But we've spent a little bit more time recording this morning, so it's happy dingleberries, as they say in the doodying. If you've enjoyed this video, please give this man Dingo a big thumbs up. Leave a comment, it really does help the channel. And please tune in for the next one, which will be a wild camp on Wednesday night. You know what I'm talking about, and you know it makes absolute, complete, total sense. Tricycles. I'm going to get some funny looks off the cars passing, walking back to the Blockmobile.
Oh, matron.
You know, it's make total sense, mate. Very nice.